Nicole Arbor stormed off the Candace Owens show. Did I? I'm Nicole Arbor, and this is the truth about Candace Owens. For the last 9 years, I've been a victim of stalking, harassment, and worse by a group of men. What Candace Owens did to me during this, when I was at my most afraid, while I was dealing with victim services, they specifically told me not to talk about this stuff publicly because these guys are very scary. Candace Owens is the kind of person who thinks that whoever yells the loudest wins the argument, so I debated her, and frankly, I crushed her. What happened next was the most evil thing I've ever even heard of. When Candace Owens should have been a friend and helped protect me. As a woman, as a friend, as anybody, as anything, as a coworker. She said the names of these men on her show, and she started backing them up. She wasn't just victim shaming me, she was mocking me and said all of their names, and she knew specifically that I was told by victim services not to say these guys' names out loud. She knew I was terrified. I out-debated her, so she was gonna wreck my life.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. A lot of people sending me this particular video saying, Candace Owens is exposed and, you should check out this video. I'm like, oh, wow, I should probably check out that video. It's interesting topic. I wonder what it might be about. And, well, there is a very curious clip in this video. However, unfortunately, the source might be the least trustable human on the planet. The source of this gotcha is probably involved in every major conservative S-storm in the space. She's been involved romantically with numerous men in the space, seemingly all of which end up with lawsuits after the fact. Is it just that she picks bad men? Sure, it's possible. But usually when, someone walks around all day thinking everyone's an a-hole, the saying kind of goes like, maybe you're that a-hole. However, I will say that the video clip is irrefutable. All right, so this isn't exactly me backing Nicole Arbor because she makes wild claims in this video against court documents that I've actually seen that, do not paint her in a very good light. I just don't really care about what happens between some weirdo influencer couples. I don't care about that. But what I do think was interesting was over the weekend, last Friday, and on her own show, Candace Owens went out of her way to call Steven Crowder a B word, a chump. Everyone was, the Daily Wire, literally crying crocodile tears, saying that, oh my God, I would never record I would never record somebody without their knowledge. We're, especially a friend. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. Well, here's an interesting clip that I want to share from her video. Credit where credit is due. She apparently appeared on the Candace Owens show, I think the very first episode, 1,000,000 years ago. I don't really know how long ago it was, at least a year. And smartly, and I'll give her this, recorded the entire thing live. And there were apparently sections, according to Nicole Arbor, that did not air publicly. And this would be one of them.
Frustrated, where she was yelling on top of me constantly, where she said that she was going to cancel me. Allegedly, Candace Owens had been taping all of our phone conversations that we had privately.
Not a good look. I've also said, I actually understand in some cases, especially if you're doing a business deal, why you might record the call. Or in some cases, let's say you have an ex, and this is, crazy ex could be a man or a woman. And you have kids and they're saying you say things that you didn't say. I know that that's super common of couples who are divorced and who have custody stuff to record every interaction with their ex or their ex spouse or the baby's dad or mom, because things get drug into court and that stuff gets ugly. So I'm not going to pretend that there's not reasons to record, but I will say it was very curious watching Candace moralize about how ridiculous it would be to record somebody when again, when there's this clip.
As friends, forever. She alluded to airing one of our private conversations on her show. So just imagine that. Imagine you call someone that you think is a buddy and they're taping the phone call. And then they're mad at you on their TV show and they're going to air your private conversation where you talked about being scared of these guys that you have a restraining order against.
Conversations that we had private.
Now, this is like, the audio is garbo because I think it's just recording an open mic. I think you can make it out. So here's the receipt.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
You can't post our private convo.
Okay, why not?
Who does that?
Because you're saying I'm lying, so it just sort of seems like, first you're saying that I'm lying, now you're saying that I can't. Which phone call?
The one yesterday.
So here's Nicole Arbour. She asked Candace Owens point blank after Candace is like saying, "Hey, well, I could drop some receipts." She's asking her point blank here, like, did you record our phone call the other day? Like, which is like weird. This is why it's like, man, I just so turned off by this, like, this conservative space right now. It's like, it's just, it just makes you want to stay independent even more strongly and just focus on me. So she says, did you record my phone call? And we'll see how Candace's response here.
Nicole, we have permission to pause this clip in post, yes or no, and to insert things that you actually said.
Did you tape our private phone call?
She just said here, did you tape our private phone call?
We can move on to the next topic.
And she's like smiling there, and she's like, okay, we could just move on to the next topic. So whether she did or didn't, she's certainly implying here that she did.
We don't have permission to air it.
Now this irony is bananas. A day ago, I saw Candace Owens at Steven Crowder taping a conversation between him and Jeremy from Daily Wire. Watch what Candace says about this topic.
Why did you record him? What were you doing that for? Did you think you were going to go to court?
Fair point.
Did you think you were going to go to court? Because that's the only reason you record someone. You'd be like, I don't trust my ex-wife. Pardon my language, okay? I don't trust my ex-wife, so I'm going to record this phone call for safety, right? You record it because you're nervous that there's going to be a court hearing or the police are going to find out and you've got to back up what you said, okay? Why are you recording your friend? If not because you think it's going to go to court. Oh, because you think it's going to go to public and you're doing it intentionally because you know you're about to start a war. People...
Again, I'm no Nicole Arbour fan, but Candace Owens clearly implies here that she had recorded private conversations.
And you claim to be versus who you are. Oh, if you get bullied by Candace Owens, you can get through it, everybody. Candace, knowing that I was not allowed to comment or swing back, knowing that, went on a...
Move on to the next topic. We don't have permission to pause this clip in post, yes or no, and to insert things that you actually said.
Did you tape our private phone call?
We can move on to the next topic.
It looks like she did. Or she is at least implying as a psychological warfare technique that she did. And at the very end of the video, it's kind of also important. Nicole Arbour seems to share private text messages. Why are these text messages important? Well, because it implies that they were friendly. You can see here that they could imply here thinking about you and baby Owens, sending all the happy vibes. Aw, kitten, thank you so much. This is last November 2000. It would appear, here's from Candace, in our team meeting this morning, we all said a prayer for your launch this week. Super proud of you, girl. And then more text messages. Thank you so much for this gorgeous bouquet, sorry. So excited to have you for this launch. I'm excited to be part of it and to cheer you on. I know this is going to be massive and change your life forever. These certainly seem like friends. Very friendly, supportive text messages, right? I know you know this, but don't take their venom in for a second. So these are text messages between friends. Heart. Let me know if you need any help writing. So it certainly reveals that they were on on a very friendly relation, very friendly. Either that or Candace Owens completely was just trying to lead her on to get her onto her show. I don't know. I never gave it. I mean, like, look, you can call me misogynistic all you want, and you might be right, but I couldn't care less about two women arguing. And, obviously I have my opinions about Candace Owens, including her, I'm not sure she ever really properly atoned for her involvement in the website, the Social Autopsy, a SJW doxing website that was meant to collect histories on people who used hate speech online. She even ran a GoFundMe for it. Doxing your personal information, all this kind of stuff. The Kickstarter, now suspended, explains more about what Social Autopsy is. And by the way, she only suspended it after being outed by the conservative movement that she was now grifting into. This is back when she was known as Red Pill Black. I'm not saying that people can't change their opinions or grow, because this was a long time ago, 2016, 2017. But every time she's been questioned about it, she's never really owned it. And she never really took any responsibility. She gets combative. If you want, you can look up her interview / debate with Blair White. It was very embarrassing for Candace Owens. So this is somebody who has, been about that life, about that SJW life, about that leftist life. Somebody who I would say at the very minimum, we could agree, implied that she recorded private phone calls as a as a way to get over on somebody that she disagreed with. Lord knows, I don't think I'm ever going to have any phone calls with anybody in the conservative space anymore. What a mess. I hope you enjoyed this video, though. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe using the link below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.